Moses and Toby won. Hi
Hey.
guys. Hi. So that was a pretty intense game of circle.
Yeah, the circles. I had mentioned that we've seen so many times how it shifts north of George, but it was like, nope, gonna stay in George the whole game. So that's how it goes sometimes. And really, Ghost managed it really well.
Well, and that's one of the things that I kind of brought up during the thing. I really liked Grubby's positioning just because of it was exactly what you were talking about. Usually when you see those circles kind of fall in that North George area, you see maybe shift a little farther to the north, maybe excluding the city a little bit more. And Grubby had that perfect position right on top of the hill where they could just kind of clean up any kills that they have, and they did in a way. They still ended up with 11 kills, even though they ended up a little bit, I think in third, fourth.
Actually, it was something like sixth. Actually,
sixth place.
Yeah, it was with all those guys holding on inside of Georgie. They really had a hard time getting into that top 5. But really for Ghost, holding on to that block of buildings in the North George area really served them well, and ultimately that translated into a win for them.
Well, and the win with a 17-kill performance on top of the second place finish in the first game, that's got to be leaving Ghost feeling pretty damn good about their first day of play here. Toby.
So who's our next team?
Who do you got?
Who's the next team?
Who's our next team?
Honestly, I would like to see FaZe put it together. We haven't really seen too much of them. They've been limping into the top 5, or at least not at full strength, which is where we normally see them. Vitality had a great game. And I think they went out in 16th place last game. So I mean that's
that last circle though was really like the opposite of what FaZe wanted. Like there's been so much time going down to Milta, and then you basically go almost to Zaki. Like it's just a really bad run for them at the end of the day.
No doubt, and transitioning vehicles in that area, it's really difficult to deal with that. So for teams like FaZe, Vitality, who spend most of their time in the southeast, I think that it's a matter of circles, like you said at the beginning there. So. Ultimately, I think that they can put it together. They're a consistent team. That's what they're known for. So, for now, just hopefully that Ghost doesn't run away with this thing.
Well, another thing I would definitely like to see is it seems like with TSM, every game we've been seeing one guy make it all the way to the end. I would really like to see if they can pull it together, maybe get. Two guys. Let's start low. Let's start just saying 2 guys.
We're doing baby steps now.
Well, they had the benefit of the circle there. They started in North George, break with the last man standing, trying to do his best to jump on top of I think it was Entis, the last 2 members of them.
So.
TSM really struggles when it gets to the later game. I mean, they can stay together, and next thing you know, they're in a decent spot to win, and the team fights just don't go their way.
Well, positioning is great. Everybody likes positioning, and TSM is doing a good job of using that one player to get that positioning. But 20 points a kill, they got to start racking up these kills in some way to start climbing up these leaderboards a little bit more. But who knows? It's really just a question of whether or not they can get that positioning. And even in situations where they've had what should be favorable circles, just didn't go their way. Hopefully we'll see that kind of turnaround in this last game, maybe transitioning into day 2. But there's still a lot to be hopeful for. And as we can see, look, we're flying over in. So I think you guys are going to take us away.
It's the beautiful view.
Look at that. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right,
like you, Paro.
Have fun, boys.
Thanks, Paro. All right. North to south, we are cutting this map in half with a bread knife. So, hey, look, TSM is actually going to go to a different location at the start. Sorta. Actually, no.
They're floating that way. It looks like they are going to float towards that North George area, opting to jump out early in the plane, giving them that as much time and space as possible. You can see Sun Sister jumping out as well. This is a nice even cut through the middle of the map, so a lot of options available for all these guys, not having to worry too much about those long initial transitions. So talking about teams like FaZe, Vitality heading to Milta, no issue there. It looks like OMG is going to retain the hold on the military base.
Is that Team Secret going with them as well? So they're going to take the farm area. If it goes with
United's going that way too.
Yeah, that's
LGD. Wow.
This is that point when you actually want to see like another Zaki circle. And it's like, all right, guys, let's scramble. How many vehicle spawns are actually down here? Not that many. Oh, crap. But OMG, again, they will easily take military base. Groovy, they're going to take out Ferry. And SSG are coming along with them too. So small contest. In fact, Groovy are actually splitting themselves up on both sides of the river.
So for Vitality and specifically Secret, I'll be really interested to see what's exactly happening here. Secret might just be landing for vehicles, but they are going to take that initial choke point compound just on the top of your screen there with Vitality landing just on the edge of Milta. So for LGD and even E United, I'd be interested to see where they wind up. Looks like LGD is going to wind up a little further north, but E United headed right to that prison Lipovka area. I think that looks like Tony V has picked himself up a vehicle, and so has Geis. FaZe did not make it to Milta.
That is problematic. Like, do they just keep going? Now we see the circle in the southeast. Maybe not. This actually puts Team Secret and Vitality in the greatest position, as they will be able to just, well, bunker in a little bit more. Maybe not a great position for all those kills that we've seen. The running at the edge of the circle is more favorable. No
doubt. And actually looking at the way FaZe is spread out right now, I don't know if they have the ability to get down together as a team. So they're having to just kind of fan out looking for vehicles. Looks like Yempty is up in the middle part of that circle looking for that road spawn vehicle. Fuzzface driving around as well. So FaZe not having an immediately good start, but do have the favorable zone. Poker, they've all just left Groovy. It's just straight down southwest as far as you can possibly go. No doubt. SSG don't even have to chase them out now. They can just sit on the edge and wait for them to come back. But this is when you start to see the rotations, right? Like, is this when, like, that entire west coast, which hasn't really been claimed at all, like, is this when, like, Ruby are just happy with their farm and then they can just vehicle up? Well, it looks like that's what they've done, is just collect a few vehicles. They might opt to go around the south end of the military base and come out in Novo. Novo not being contested at this point, so they might know that already. So having that ability to transition along the bottom edge of the map and then come in there would give them a free port of entry, but for now it's really a matter of who decides to take up that western choke point. Ghost having Pachinki, Tainted Minds having that school area, and for FaZe, who are looking to leave Yempty to find his own vehicle, having to start their loot phase, can't wait any longer. Yep. Really, it's going to be a matter of teams like Kingwin, TSM, Sunsister trying to get in on that northern end of the zone. Yep, and this is going to become a little bit more of a cluster. The advantage is there's a little bit more of open field. There's more areas to jump around. Like, we're not playing like we had last time with the flat surface of the Georgia Paul buildings. You've actually got different mountains to work with, different defilés to actually function with. So it's going to be a lot easier to get into that northern side of the circle, at least. That side of the map, it really makes it difficult to travel. You have that lumber mill prison hill is a very difficult area to drive through, even if you want to try and get through on a vehicle or on foot. It's slow going, and you really have to be careful because there are some specific compounds in that area where E United is that they can kind of hold on to that. So that hill around the top of prison's a nice hold. Not to mention all the buildings around that spot. You can see them up on the top right there. There's another member of E United kind of holding on to those. So for now, it's going to be a very difficult movement for teams like MVP, Sunsister, TSM, etc. Do you actually suggest then that like LGD and MVP push further to the northwest, back where Tainted Minds as well as that rogue member of FaZe are, and try and cut in through apartment/school? Well, you could definitely. I mean, I like the option to come in on that side, but there's so many juicy compounds there with good vision. That southern portion of the school, that open field, is an absolute death knell for vehicles trying to get through. So really it's a matter of what happens with Tainted Minds and Ghost. It looks like Ghost has already started to move to the center. So that'll open. It'll be almost a nice transition for Ghost, but for now it looks like they're going to butt heads with Entis. It's just a one-on-one. Oh, McCoy. Ooh. Trading. Grenade. This could be a... He's got to know it's coming. If the cook timing is perfect, it'll snap him the second it goes over the box, and no, too short. Hits on the crate. Looks like he doesn't have another one, or else he'll be tossing it out right now, and Profi is coming in to back up McCoy. Balak as well. Oh, boy. Okay. That was lucky. That was lucky for McCoy. That grenade could have done a ton of damage. Speaking of tons of damage, Entis is, Sun Jiang is not allowing him to go down. But there it is. Wow, that's going to be a nice trade there. Ghost picking up this dual farmhouse building. Nice spot in the zone. Yeah, just on the western side. Obviously, they can just, if they want to bunker in, they can. They can also transition. There's a small farm to the northeast of it, which is unoccupied for now. Team Secret have kind of taken over the entire farm area in the middle part of the map. So they got more space to go, and there's the killing punch. Yeah, that's the McCoy BM. And chat, before you freak out, it's to conserve ammunition. It's not. McCoy is known for beating people to death. It's what he does. Sorry, it's not a real kill unless you got a pan. Yeah, right? Exactly. You gotta walk up and just beat him to death. You need a lot more than that. Yeah, there's actually a recording from a previous tournament where you can hear McCoy in the background saying, "I'm gonna BM him," and he starts walking and punching people. So that's McCoy in a nutshell right there. I like that. Well, transitions continue. Jempty, Vegas, hard to hit that shot from where he is, especially when he's only got the holographic on the DP. Yeah, the DP is nice for taking out vehicles, but not at that range. So United actually getting a fairly nice loot here. They have that that love tap. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it. Nice.
Yep.
Vegas appreciates that.
Just checking your back is intact.
Just making sure that you're awake. That's all. So it looks like FaZe has actually still managed to settle into what appears to be their standard looting strategy. A little bit late, however, but no time pressure for now, as that first transition has yet to really mount any of that pressure. But for TSM, that transition already starting.
I'm kind of surprised too that teams are so hardcore about like saying this is where we're going to loot.
Yeah.
This is it. Like we're gonna jump across like a quarter of the map, then we're gonna drive another quarter of the map over the lumber mill, what you don't want to drive anyway, just to ensure that mill to power is yours.
Well, you know what? It actually speaks to the amount of respect and the space that teams give to FaZe, just to allow them that. It honestly felt like 5 or 6 minutes of that early game to kind of flounder around, find those vehicles, meander over to Milta, and then start looting. There, and no one else showed up there. LGD was there, but they've, I guess, had enough of that in scrims and didn't want to go see if FaZe was already there.
No. Everyone in the cars. Everyone move east.
Yeah,
SSG is still on that western bridge area, and that's where OMG are going to be coming across. Kingwin, they're far enough north, it won't be a problem. But you've also got Groovy. Groovy are getting in their vehicles and starting their trek too. So SSG are going to be in a nice critical position to potentially mop up all of this wonderful loot that's coming on 2 pairs of legs across the bridge. And potentially if they see Groovy too. So Groovy are actually taking a boat as well as a car. So they're splitting between land and sea. We've got surf and turf right now.
For now, it looks like I have not seen any scouting being done. That's something that we've seen teams get away from over the last couple of tournaments, where sending that initial vehicle out to scout and losing them is something that teams are just sick of. So they're not doing it anymore. So a lot of moving as a unit. And you can see here some people rather just holding that top end. This is a very nice spot here. Looks like Larson's going to receive some pressure. Yeah,
I was waiting for Entis to actually open up on him. Like, some people's been watching him for a while, but Entis were the first team to lose a player on this 4th and final round of today. So maybe they're a little bit iffy about just opening up.
No doubt. So it looks like they are going to allow Kingwin to get past them unscathed, not having the vision or the guns to deal with those vehicles right away. So a little bit spread out there, not getting the shots they wanted.
I almost want to watch that western bridge now, because you're going to see SSG being tested. OMG plus Groovy making their way through, but guys, in on the back of LGD. Lucaneo, it was in the wrong place. The rest of LGD is still, no, they're driving back up the hill, back towards Lumber.
Yeah, they've decided that they don't want to follow that path there. So Simba and his teammate able to skirt death there. Zauka moving through by himself. TJW a little bit further ahead. So LGD, that's not something that is something we've been seeing from them. A lot of more Western habits, not diving straight into fights no matter what happens to your scout or your lead vehicle. So nice to see that there. It looks like TSM coming up on the backside of Entis. Yeah,
this will be a little bit harder as Entis do have that high ground vision on them. And actually, they're already starting to move their own vehicle, so revealing their position. TSM unable to get any kind of connection with the shots, and looks like Entis just bailing the hell out.
I'm not sure if TSM or even Entis was aware of each other. I think that TSM would have heard the vehicles, but for Entis, I don't think they received any shots. So for now, it looks like both teams opting to just drive past each other. Smart move this early in the game, not wanting to take that edge of the zone fight, because they have to know that there might be more teams coming that way. Miracu is there, but it's McCoy trying to...
It's the water battles. It's just the run down the ocean to see how far you can get with everyone else just popping shots off at you. There actually was few, I think, no kills happening on that western side with a 3-team crossover, but OMG still haven't left. They've still got the circle on the southern side of their island, so they'll still be content for now. Ruby maybe not so happy. They had to get out of their boat and sink in, but eventually they'll have to go for a run.
Yeah, it looks like Ghost is going to do enough damage to that boat to force them out. So that's Groovy now swimming in the water. No options there. They're not too worried, however. They do have a teammate maybe coming to pick them up. Have to be careful if they do opt to stop here, as McCoy can easily take them out of the boat. But now it's LGD and MVP.
Yep, LGD. They have the watchtower for the advantage, and LGD, they just, well, they'll love this. Now dropping MVP down to only 3 players.
It looks like for now they are not going to press this ridge. LGD still staying relatively conservative in their engagement strategy, maybe waiting for that that backup to arrive. Zauka is there. TJW a little bit further back. Zauka looking to opt for the flanking maneuver here.
Is it a full flank? It's just for it's just for transportation.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to.
Is he looting?
I honestly, potentially yes.
He's actually looting.
It looks like MVP is retreating. So.
Yeah, well, at least they're staying down the hill for the moment. SSG are considering moving across that western bridge into OMG's position. And it's okay. It's an eastern bridge, because actually puts Groovy and Team Secret are the only ones who have all their players inside these circles. Ghost is bringing in their extra player from the side. Vitality, they are on the very northern side.
So now you have to try and guess: is this going to be a northern shift in the next transition, or a southern shift? Most of the time, this will go south. However, we've seen in the past where my circle predictions do not come true.
Okay, in that case, it's going to go north. Everybody, take the northern compound just across the bridge. That's where you want to be.
OMG actually has a really nice transition.
Are they going to run this?
Well, they have
to. They're going to go right into OMG's crosshairs.
So that's going to be the choice they have to make, really, because there's nowhere for them to go if they transition now.
They're running the gauntlet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if OMG will have already started to move, but we see Vitality doing the same thing, coming towards that bridge.
Team Secret have exactly the position they want, right on the crossroads. No one can move across the bridge without going under their fire, unless they want to take the riverside.
I think Vitality is aware, knowing that they saw Secret drop in this area, that they might be holding this building. It's a smoke grenade, not the one he wanted to throw.
SSG just came over, so they're right on top of OMG right now.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, that's beyond problematic, and Kingwin are also going to make the same run later on, straight over that western bridge.
We have not seen any knocks coming on to SSG just yet. Looks like Vexel had to stop his vehicle. Zhao Rong putting pressure on I'm not sure who that is, but regardless, we see Profi and the rest of Ghost coming across in a boat now.
Well, this is so dangerous for GR when they want to try and hold on the rocks. Anybody on that northern side of the circle can just have a couple of picks at them. But Ghost will be able to make it over safely.
So for Ghost, I think that they have taken some damage. Groovy holding a nice compound on this side of the channel. And now receiving fire. I believe that's Balak putting pressure on them. So that's cover for Ghost to get across. TSM doing the same thing. Sans boat, however.
They're jumping off the bridge now. They've had enough. Is that actually Kingwin player getting off the bridge?
That's actually, I believe, Vexel. I believe he was stuck on that there on that area. I'm not sure exactly who that is.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's Vexel. Vexel's in the water.
Yeah, Vexel had to jump off. It looks like the rest of Space Station did get across unscathed. I still see at least. Yeah, it looks like Smurf on top of on top of Win there. So they did get through unscathed. OMG coming in as well, but for TSM, they're going to be a little bit late to this party.
Yeah, they really are. FaZe, however, had the greatest time. They just went all the way in through the southeast. No issues. Kingwin.
Oh, they're waiting.
MVP running the line. They've only got bikes, no protection, no armor, and they don't actually get him.
No
MVP
hits.
are going all the way. Okay, there's a couple of hits, but now it's Gaxi who's taking the shots. Kingwin, not what they want have happened. They do bring down at least easy peasy, man.
Otan got through, I think, only with circle damage, but now he's the last man standing, so that was an effective bridge camp for Kingwin. The lead vehicle drawing the attention, however, the back one's taking just as much damage and not making it across.
He's going so far around the back. He's going to go. He's going to go to the south side of the military base and try and come up behind FaZe. It's a good place if you want to play for position, definitely.
Much needed loot here for Kingwin. Looting in this stage of the game is very difficult, and picking up an entire team, well, at least 2 or 3 players worth of loot, is a huge pickup for them in both meds, armor, and ammo. So I'm nice to see Kingwin playing aggressive here, and they're picking up 2 kills as Miracu. But now they have to transition late, similar to what TSM was doing.
Yeah, Team Secret is still in a very big hot spot on that northern side as everyone's trying to just gain that control. Groovy, they're now watching their western flank. All these swimmers are finally getting their feet dry and are getting over the river into the south.
It was actually FaZe that came into Novo, and they will maybe have continued to pick up loot there. So FaZe likely going to be very powerful here coming into this next transition. Secret holding that choke point to good effect. LGD not really able to move around them. Vitality did opt to stop on the bridge itself, not wanting to cross into a potential another ambush. FaZe is there, but was not looking at the bridge. So for Vitality, they've really limited their movement.
I'm waiting to see this circle. We're about to finish the encroachment, and then we'll see the new circle, and we'll see if Moses again prediction skills
north or south. I'm saying I'm sticking south.
I'm sticking south.
I'm sticking south. On
I
this one.
feel it's actually going to go right on top of FaZe at this point. So Circle will finish it in. Snake's actually got a nice high ground position on Entus, who is still trying to swim over.
That's
and
south
there
enough.
it is.
South enough.
Yeah, south enough. On top of FaZe, Groovy still have a great position on the rocks as they just start to mow down SST. These swimmers really having trouble reaching the other side while all the boats have already been taken and are beached on the southern island.
With 59 players alive, a lot of teams now need to make the decision. Do we commit to the water and try and play for placement?
Team Secret got over. These are the guys you want to be looking at in just a second. So OMG have the high ground against TSM, but you got a full-on bridge battle going on at the moment right on the bottom side. But Kingwin, they're finally getting in through the circle, so all that loot they had, they're getting the attention of OMG. As OMG reveal their positions, TSM will have a potential fighting chance
so
up on this top if they want to try and just pincer OMG under the yellow compound.
I like the way that TSM is running it below them, not committing to this just yet. They have a long distance to cover. So now OMG having been spotted,
he's in the vehicle.
He's
this
could be deadly
for a moment. They're not going to let it. They had half a shot on him, and there's another half a shot. But OMG, they're all in vehicles and they're all leaving. So TSM, they should know that Kingwin were taking the fire. But Kingwin are bailing out as well. They're running the southern side of that of the ridgeline.
So we were talking about this briefly between breaks, how it seems that the teams have two strategies. Either allow enemies to move past unscathed and maybe deal with them later. But in the case of TSM, they had the ability to get the drop there. Maybe not from the low ground. So I think I'm 50-50 on that decision making. So I think for now, it's not going to cost them anything or gain them anything. But OMG has now taken the zone ahead of them.
Yep.
So depending on how they transition next, they could be running right into OMG without any cover.
And Ghost actually may also be in a really bad position. So Groovy are winning the shots, but how many swimmers? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people in the water as they're trying to cross over. LGD did it the right way. See, they actually rented a boat. They planned ahead. But then again, they're now going to come under fire from FaZe and Vitality. They're in a horrible pincer. So, well, welcome to the rocky position. A rock, a hard place, and a wet place.
No doubt. So for LGD, they have this ability to maintain cover, but FaZe is not going to allow them to get anywhere in ground. So that's going to be a tough hold for them for now. They do have what likely will be the next circle as well, considering how close they are to center. But LGD is now essentially trapped with nowhere really to move, and FaZe is well aware they're there.
Yeah, Gemty's actually going to look for a couple of easy grenades, and if they can clean this up, they can move a little bit faster. But these grenades have to be absolutely perfect, but a little bit too short. I'm waiting for Entus to actually gain like 5 million kills. SST have finally made it over to the rocks, but there's still so many swimmers in the northwestern side of that circle.
And now that engagement we were talking about, OMG having the zone on TSM, who opted not to engage, now have the circle at their back. If we could maybe move over to that side of the map, we would be able to see that OMG now holding the zone on TSM, who are taking lots of fire.
Yeah, they're having a hard time.
Kingwin there as well. So for Kingwin, they can hear these engagements happening, and they can already see the arrows starting to point that way towards OMG. But for FaZe holding on to these rocks, here's TSM now in the zone. Waited a little bit too long. Yeah, they waited a little bit too long. So.
Yeah, and now they're actually in a crossfire with SSG, who's outside. This is not where they wanted to be. Rory's so low, but he doesn't really have the time to sit and med. They just want to clip into the edge of the circle.
They might run right into Kingwin.
Yeah, they may do. They're being pushed further and further to the east.
I imagine now that OMG knows that having seen them and opting for those vehicles, they are just going to sit and wait. Same thing with Entus, who's now sitting right next to SST. The nades coming out as well. Some people trying to dodge into the water.
Oh,
he will go.
He just made it.
And that's Kingwin now finishing that flank onto TSM, who is now in a world of trouble in the zone against both both Kingwin and OMG, who now has to deal with Space Station as well.
So all the swimmers have to come into land. FaZe is trying to take over the crossroads. They're driving in nice and quick. That actually takes the pressure off LGD. But this three-way fight, Kingwin are in.
They're going
TSM,
for it.
There's three. They're still meting up outside the blue. And OMG, they're bailing out of this one.
Vard is holding on to the low ground flank, so they do have a bit of a hill between them, but now the rest of Kingwin is going to crest this hill. Larson taking down Rari already, so now Break has to worry about this flank coming. Rari's down behind him. They will lose him, and now it's going to be Gaxi and Vard pressing this hill. The nade's starting to come out.
TSM Rari actually gets taken.
Yeah, that's going to be it for him, and really TSM is in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, Break is just getting the hell out of here. He's done it before in the practice scrims. He just hides it out for the later circle.
Ghost getting involved now as well.
Yep. OMG and Ghost. It was only a matter of time before their lines would start to cross. But Groovy are in the greatest position of all where they're set up. The only issue they've got is SST coming in from their northwest. They haven't scouted this one out yet. They're in a 2-2 split, and this will be problematic once SST starts to bear down them, which Crazy Sam and Mollis are just starting to do now.
So it looks like Ghost and OMG are very intermingled with each other, and that is going to be Lion getting taken out. And I believe that's our first team eliminated is OMG. Yep. But SSG, now they're entering the fray.
Turtle, it's up to you, Turtle. Get him back up again.
The res is coming out. SSG now swarming.
D-Master, he's going to push it.
I don't think we saw Vis go down. I think Vis is still, no, Vis is down outside the play zone from the looks of it, but that's now only Break left standing. Kingwood now 4 strong, coming towards a very injured Ghost, but SSG there as well. And they are pressing on the other side. Ghost now finding themselves in a sandwich.
Oh, D-Master around the corner. Profi's doing the work. He just needs to do a little bit more. Now he's got Turtle back up. They can actually stand and fight. And Turtle's got a great angle on both SSG as well as Ghost. He cannot bring down McCoy, protected by the wood.
So went down. We saw Break eliminated as well, so TSM going out in 15th place. SSG and McCoy is, I believe, feeding information to his teammates, as is Win there.
So. It's the thorn in the back. No. It exposes Turtle. It's the worst thing that could have happened to them. One team interfering. No honor in the one-on-one team duel. So they'll take the kill from the side.
Smurf had to run over to a box and grab a first aid because he's now out in the zone. LGD, this is a disaster.
This is a debacle is what this is. LGD are actually in a position where if they can get the right spot, that one kill can turn into 10. Like, they just have to wait for EU, Entus, Team Secret. They all jumped off the bridge. They realized running down this bridge was completely impossible. FaZe and Vitality, they hold the crossroads. They have a perfect line of sight straight down the bridge. And LGD's position, which we thought was potentially terrible by being pincered, was made so much better by FaZe moving off them, and now they just wait for the swimmers.
For FaZe having backed off and giving them that time and space, you're exactly right. They can sit and wait for the zone to come off the water. Monkey is doing something the same thing, but there's Tainted Minds there on the other side.
Australia!
So for all of these teams in the water, Vexel, Entus, SSG, Entus, Snake, as well as EU United, all of EU United is in the water, and they are all going to have to come out eventually. And it looks like Tainted Minds and LGD both know this.
Look at Subslayer is giving him information by being under, just in case anyone is nice and close.
We've seen FaZe do that in the past. The pan save. LGD probably taking some pot shots there. Leaving someone in the water to see who's there and then feeding information to the guys on land is great.
Yeah, someone get that drop that just landed in the middle of the swimmers. let's empower people who cannot use guns. Maybe it's got the new DLC. It's the harpoon.
Yeah, or a life jacket or something. They're going to need it. So it looks like Papaya's going to be the one to go for it. You know what? Papaya, if you get one round out of that gun, I'll be happy. Maybe it's a Groza, something that breaks this open for them. But
that'll be nice.
Yeah, maybe if they can get out. But United looks like they're going to try and make the first one.
Oh, well, there goes Joshy. He tried to get a little aggressive to get a couple of pickoffs, moving a little bit further forward.
FaZe and Vitality are actually going at it, poking at each other in the middle of the map. FaZe actually has a great position at that only remaining compound in the zone. Vitality across the street from them.
20 seconds to the circle. Everyone must come out of the water.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for them. I don't know how this works out for United and Snake, but if they don't kill each other, LGD will.
You want to be looking at Gribby pretty soon as Kingwood are making their way up the road. They're trying to run in on both FaZe and Vitality on the crossroads. So this is just we're playing Duck Hunt right now inside the water. But SST, Kingwood, and Gribby, that's the fun three-way battle happening on the western side of the circle.
So for now, it's going to be a matter of edge play as far as SST, Groovy, and Kingwin are concerned. MVP, Otan is still standing, but for FaZe, LGD actually taking a casualty here.
Secret got out.
Secret got out.
Secret got out of the water. All right.
I take it all back.
They're coming in from all the sides. LGD.
Wow.
Surprise side swipe from Team Secret.
Okay, take it all back. Secret, good work. You went for the crate, and you successfully got out of the water. LGD just allowed them to get up on top of them there.
And now it is a full-on gunfight. TM, Snake, EU, they're all coming out of the water for the moment. And TM, they want more, but because Team Secret got themselves out of the water, they've got these line crosses. They're able to actually shoot in and over towards TM and potentially get a couple of these kills themselves. It's okay.
I don't know if that works.
That shouldn't work.
So now it's up to Tainted Minds, who have received so much pressure from Team Secret, they cannot focus on the water.
Oh, bench it.
And now that's exactly what's happening. Entus is down as well. So Tainted Minds just could not keep that line of sight open. And now Subslayer, last man standing.
Yep, you're seeing Papaya just trying to get a couple of these kill secures.
Wow. Look at all that fire coming out of the water. As everyone kind of walks, it looks like Entis is going to be the one to do it. SSG and Entis the last team out of the water, so Entis managing that all right. Having Tainted Minds take all those casualties, gave them the time and space. They will steal a kill there as well as Team Secret backs off. So Entis is going to be the ones that the last fish out of the water.
Yep.
And
they may be able to survive as long as they can get past Subslayer.
I think Subslayer is still kind of wounded here. He's got decent gear, but he's now out of meds. Temeria and some people just inside the edge of the zone, but FaZe and Vitality holding strong in the center, and FaZe will get the gas station, but Vitality will have that. Well, Vitality has that 3-story, so this is now going to be a crossing situation for FaZe.
Wow, no, nice position for O10. He's managed to wrap around. This is the MVP player. We said he ran through the blue, went all the way around the southern side of military base, and then pushes in to have a great overview, and he's got some easy kills. He's actually found Miracu over on the side. Well, then again, who's actually found who here? Miracu is a little bit lower, and he knows it. So but he's kind of stuck in a divot.
Yeah, he's stuck there. It's going to be an aim battle now, and it looks like, ooh, Kingwin, Miracu, sorry, taking some damage there. O10 actually
no risk.
Opting to, yeah, he's opting to just go for the boost there. He has nearly full health, but he's got to worry about this next circle change.
Allowed Miracu time to use the first aid.
Yeah, that's given lots of... Oh, he actually took a headshot there at some point there. It looks like maybe Vitality or FaZe spotted him. As Subslayer does take down Mollis at the edge there, trading out with Crazy Sam. So SST will stay in this game.
Yeah, STM will be removed from it. This circle is not going to be kind to poor O10 or potentially to Groovy. As Miracu is still just sitting behind him, waiting for the push. SST's in a good position too. The flank from Team Secret, if we even call it a flank, could come in from the northeast onto FaZe and cause them some problems.
They have a small ridge to use there. We can see on the map that they're just kind of forming up on the top end of this little ridge here. So for them, it's going to be a matter of trying to stay safe. They are still 4 strong and really maybe allowing some of these flagging teams to deal with each other.
He's doing a 360 jump off the edge of the trying to come down, but at least he dies in style.
So O10 going out. That is a 7th place for MVP. Vitality and FaZe still holding strong here. Ruby having to push on to Vitality, and I think FaZe is going to use that to their advantage to just take pot shots where possible.
Yeah, if they can start to thin the ranks of Vitality. They're doing a good job so far. GR actually losing another player. They've had such a great performance. Only 3 kills, very uncommon for them. And only 2 players left alive. Grenades onto the roof, cause problems for Vitality. That's the only way they can do it from that angle.
Secret actually just finished off SST, so that's another team wipe for Secret. And for now, I'm surprised that we have not seen nades either come down onto Groovy or go up onto Vitality as Inuktiv goes down, and now Shade, the last man standing. Shiv knows he's there, so he's just going to feed that and hold that angle. Shiv is going to try and jump up and maybe go for it. He has to be worried, however, of who can see him up on that corner of the rooftop.
Yep.
So Shade in some trouble here.
And Vitality are actually going to push down. They're getting the angle by standing on the edge of the ledge, but it was a trade-off, but you will have that up available for Vitality. So no full trade. Vitality still 4 men strong.
Looking good for Vitality, still 4 strong. Maybe Araxi potentially losing, or Shiv rather losing a helmet. FaZe still 4 up. We've seen this time and time again with FaZe and Vitality going at it in a final circle.
Yep. The difference is you've got a full 4-man team from Team Secret as well, and then the random 2 of Entis. So 4-4-2, and a full split on almost all corners of the circle.
No one is in the current play zone. Well, no one is in the next play zone, I should say, as Entis does have the shortest run to get there, but has 0 cover on the way.
Yeah, Vitality has some of the walls, but FaZe has nothing.
Yeah, so for FaZe, they're going to have to maybe pop some smokes and try and get out, but for now, it's going to be trying to dislodge Entis. So Team Secret has the best angle on them, but for now, Vitality has the height. So for Entis, they're going to have to try and defend at the same time as move into the next play zone. Really interested to see how they manage this next transition.
Yeah, like how do you approach this? Team Secret can't come over the ridge without going down.
Pop
Entis are stuck where they are. Pop smokes and pray. Well, okay. But if we're going to pray with smokes, they need to have incense packed.
Yeah, exactly.
Smitty at least has that M24. Like, if he can get a couple of pops onto somebody, Team Secret will have more to work with. But there's your movement. Mixie in from the side. No grenades. They're just pushing in hard. They want to finish up Papaya. And now Team Secret. No, the flank is on. Face pushing 2 up. Fuzzface taking damage in the meantime. As this is the problem when you move with Vitality. And Team Secret are actually caught on a fight which are at their 180s. Even the circle coming in. Mixie is fighting from outside the circle. Was enough to get the kill onto Smitty. The Blazers taking MPX and FaZe. They're all on the run to get away from Vitality's gunfire. But they're getting knocked, and they're going to lose some players as well for this flank.
Wow, Vitality really capitalized there, and they have now taken down all but one of FaZe. Yeah, that's really nice for Vitality. Fuzzface, the last man standing now. It's a 4v1 all of a sudden.
All right, good luck.
So Vitality now in a dominant position here to clean up this game. That is a very rapid ending, and that came apart very quickly for Team Secret and for Entis.
That circle's still pushing him. He can't stay where he is. They have to go into the open. So the only chance Fuzzface has is to get some kills from behind to potentially claim some 20 points.
So for Fuzzface, he's just got to play it safe, or he just essentially try and deny. The nades will come out here.
Oh, that has to be perfect.
He might know that he's in trouble, but picking up even one kill would be worth it here. Yep. So for Fuzzface, he has to choose. Try and get a kill on Vitality or try and save his team some points. It looks like he's going for the kill. He's going to try and finish it off. Will he be able to?
He hasn't. Trying to go around the corner. And now Orax found him in the corner. Fuzzface, the circle tick will be enough to help bring him down, but Shiv will claim it. And it is Vitality who take the final round of the day.
That is a second win for Vitality. So that is a nice pickup for kills there. Picking up a total of 9, so that's another 9 kills for Vitality, another first-place finish. So Vitality likely going to springboard themselves atop the leaderboard, having taken the first game of today. Entis actually finishing 3rd there above Secret. So that was a nice management there from them, but that's FaZe taking a 2nd place, something we see all too often from them, and Groovy rounding out the top 5, however, with only 3 kills.
Yeah, this actually appears to be the lowest kill rounds we've had today without the top players having over 10, having over 15 kills. So it's been a great performance from both sides. Poro, hello again. Welcome back. Hi.
Once again.
Oh, there you are.
I'm back. Right.
So,
yeah, as you were talking about, a really low kill, but I guess the situation of that crazy circle, the water circle, everybody loves water circles, right? And that's kind of what resulted in these kills kind of being spread around a little bit more than they've normally been seeing. So, oh man, look at this, Lothar.
What's that?
These shoulder pads, I'm feeling them. It's a good look. It's strong.
This is tier 9.
Tier 9
PUBG shoulders.
It's
tier S.
Tier S.
PUBG shoulders.
The best one.
So yeah, we also have Beagle in now as well.
Yeah, Lothar,
you're free. You're back.
Everybody joined. Very nice. 4 games, 2 wins.
4 games, 2 wins for Vitality.
That's a nice ratio.
That's a good start to your day.
Are they going to be top though?
Now that's the question. So we look now. I think this looks relatively updated. Grubby still currently holding first place with 37 kills. Ghost Gaming 32. Vitality coming in with, even though they have 2 wins, very, very low kill, 25. It's keeping them in 3rd place with those 2 wins. So, we were talking about it going into today. These kills are going to be so much, and you can see it really playing out on the scoreboard in front of us.
Yeah, I don't think it's fully updated yet. It doesn't look like, at least. But Vitality taking 2 wins and having 2 average games, I'd say. Not bad, but average games. But two wins out of 4 games. It's a pretty strong statement coming in.
Absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit about the circle, the water circle. Right? We have seen a lot of swimmers. We had a lot of swimmers in it, but at the same time, I think it's a loser strategy.
Yeah.
Right? If you go into the water, you kind of like sacrifice the high tier position. You're not going to win the game, most likely. Like 99% of the situation, you're not going to win. So is that something that you, in example, perceive as a valid strategy, or you would rather go for the win?
So I mean, with the water thing being a thing still, I still think it's a way to salvage your round, because you can go to water and there's going to be 6 other teams, and you don't know if you're going to be 13th or if you're going to be 7th. And I don't think that the point system, it doesn't difference enough.
Well, guys, we have a special guest once again, Mr. Araxe, coming in for Vitality with the 2nd win. We're seeing this jersey show up at our table a lot today.
Yeah.
How's it going?
We had the zone at the end, but yeah, we were on the bridge near Milta, and when we have seen that the zone was going on military, we went directly on military, and it finished on us. So that's good.
Well, that early transition, I think, really kind of putting y'all in the best position you could possibly get. I mean, as you saw, all the teams we were just talking about coming from the northern end, waiting and getting caught up in that transition, just terrible. So, guys, what do you got?
I mean, first thing, do you think what I observed was FaZe they pushed away from the gas station?
Yeah.
Did you observe that, and did you push into that, or like I'm just thinking, did you push them? Did you push the gas station with the intention of pushing FaZe, or did you know it was open? Or
we have seen that FaZe were pushing, I think, Team Secret.
Yes, yeah.
So we are like
in the kill feed, or did you observe?
Yeah, we've seen kill feed. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And we knew that there was only one guy, maybe gas station, because we could see him under, you know.
Yeah.
So we just pushed gas station. I mean, it was free, so.
Perfect.
Right. Yeah. When it comes to the early rotations, right? You start Milta always, right? In the previous game when you had also the win, you had also very early rotations, but very close to Milta.
Yeah.
But here you had a choke point that you had to cross. So when you guys have that situation on the in the start of the game, do you go, you know, you tell yourself we need to rotate right now, even when we're under geared, or do you guys still have some time to loot? What's your strategy?
No, we are waiting to have the best gear possible.
All right.
Anyway, we are always late on our rotation, like FaZe mostly. We got same rotations, and we are always late. Anyway, nowadays it's not necessary to go in the middle of the zone because the circle is always going on the edge. So we don't need to go in the middle. We prefer to have some gear to fight and see what happens.
Talking about gear, what is like the minimum that you guys aim for when you start to rotate?
Finish all Milta.
All right.
We are doing all Milta.
Okay.
Like nothing left, yeah. All
right.
Milta.
All of Milta. Well, guys, we do now have updated scoreboards, so you can see Vitality currently now in second place after 2 wins on the day. We had your teammate here a little bit earlier said it was all wins and at least 2/4 right.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good. It's good.
It's actually insane how many kills that we already have.
Yeah.
Yep.
37 for Grubby, 26 for Vitality, Ghost Gaming with 33. This is the top 3, and no one else is even close.
Yeah.
So that's pretty insane for 4 games. You get a lot of points for that. Look at this. 744 Grubby, 524 Vitality, Ghost Gaming 660. So this is more than 1 win already.
Yeah.
It's a bonus game.
20 points is a lot, but no one wants to see a team win without kills.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea to have a lot of points for
So
the
you
kills.
like the points
Yeah, for
here.
sure.
Did it change anything in your own, like, you know, team?
No, we didn't change. About you're talking about killing people?
Yes.
No, we didn't change anything. We are playing our game style, and yeah, for sure, if we can kill, we kill. But we are pushing teams more and more, you know.
So far, you have a lot of experience on lands, right?
Yeah.
And you played a lot against other regions.
Yeah.
Is that something like, let's say, when you compare the first tournament when you had international teams, and you compare it to this tournament, is it something different that you observed in the other teams?
Yeah, for sure, because not you and NA teams are playing a bit differently, so you have to adapt to the game style also. But yeah, and people are getting better and better, so it's more difficult to rotate and so on because people are mostly doing the same nowadays. So yeah,
holding choke points and being in a good position where they
yeah.
Also, another thing I observe is you play positions where a lot of other teams don't play because you see a lot of teams going to the same, like the big mountains. They if it's a north circle, they go to the big mountain. And you play very different. Do you think about you should go where there are not other people until it's late game, so you are in an open position about a lot?
We're trying mostly to have some view, you know, on what's going on, to have more information we can, you know. So yeah, and we're trying some new rotations, mostly during leagues. We are trying some new rotation because it's the only moment you can train. During scrim, it's a bit difficult to train. Yeah. So yeah, we tried some new rotation, and yeah, for sure, we got. It's good.
What about the scrims that you guys had here? Did they impact like the way you play this tournament, or just more for fun? You
mostly scrims are to check where everyone is going at start. To be honest, I mean, people are not really playing seriously, you know. I mean, some teams are playing seriously, but some teams are not playing as they will play during the tournament, you know.
They're too aggressive?
Yeah. Or they're playing they are going to some place that they will never go during the tournament. Like in the middle of the field and waiting people to shoot people in the middle of the field. I mean, no one is doing that during tournament. So yeah, it's a bit different. Yeah.
Well, it could be a new strategy. You never know. Just hiding out in the middle of the field.
Yeah, for sure. never know.
Well, guys, you're currently sitting in second place. You're looking down, looking up at Grubby a little bit. Is that something that you're keeping in mind going forward into the next day? That Grubby is kind of sitting in this first place position because of this really high kill count. Are you going to adjust your strategy at all? Or are you just kind of keep doing the same thing you're doing? I mean, 2 wins.
Yeah, but there's still 14 games left, so you can't already play like this. Thinking if you are going to push Grubby and kill them. You can't right now. I mean, everything can change. So
that's what we see with FaZe, right?
Yeah,
consistency.
So yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Just keeping that consistency.
Yeah, for sure. For the moment, yeah.
Absolutely.
We're not thinking about that right now. But yeah.
Last question for me at least.
Go.
When you knock people that you don't know who is, do you change your mindset if you knock FaZe?
Yeah.
Or if you knock some other teams, do you change like your mindset, or are you screaming like, "It's FaZe, kill him," or do you change like your mindset or like your play style once you knock one guy, or do you always like push the knock, or like just how? I just want to think like how is your mindset knocking
people? Yeah,
people?
for sure, it's totally different to play FaZe or another team that we don't really know. I mean, because FaZe is one of the best teams, especially in team fight. So for sure, you approach them differently.
Okay.
But yeah, mostly, I mean, we are not like, okay, it's FaZe, let's kill them, But if we got a kill or knock, we want to kill it to kill him for sure. So yeah, but for sure, approaching FaZe is different.
Well, guys, 2 wins on the day for Vitality, currently sitting in second place. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Probably going to see you at some point in the next 3 days, I assume.
At
least we hope.
Said you're going to win the entire tournament, so,
yeah,
we're keeping you
want to
comfortable.
win.
We're trying to make our way through the entire Vitality lineup at least once up here at the table. So do whatever you can to get 2 more so we can talk to the other 2 guys. So, but we are going to take a quick break, and we are going to come back very, very soon. So don't go.